In this video, we will be covering many topics including building a box model, finding the expected value, finding the standard error, and using the normal curve to find the chances of something occurring. So let's say we have a deck of cards of various colors described below. You can see it right here. Each time a bet is placed, the deck is shuffled and the top card is drawn. Before the next bet, the card is returned to the deck. Let's say you bet $1 on drawing a red card. There are two possible outcomes. One is a red card is drawn. That means you get your dollar back along with $5. Or a red card is not drawn. That would mean you lose your dollar. You want to estimate your net gain after 36 plays of always betting $1 on red. I've broken this down into steps. First, we're going to build a box model, then find the expected value, then find the standard error, and if we have time, again I want to keep this video under 10 minutes, but if we have time, we'll determine the chances of coming out ahead, that is, breaking even at the end of 36 plays or doing better. Let's start with building the box model. We want to create a model that has tickets with numbers on them, and we want to figure out how many draws are taken from this box. The number of draws, especially in this type of situation, corresponds to the number of plays. Since we're playing this game 36 times, the number of draws is 36. The number that goes on the tickets depends on the outcome. There are two options described. First, you draw a red card. That means not only do you get your card back, your dollar back rather, but you also get $5 additional. So that means if you draw a red card, you get plus $5 back. If you do not draw a red card, you lose $1. So the numbers on the tickets would be plus 5 for drawing a red card and minus 1 for not drawing a red card. Above each ticket, the plus 5 and minus 1, we want to indicate how many of each ticket there is. That's when we refer to our deck, described here. What I'm describing here is that there are 3 red cards, 16 orange cards, 8 yellow cards, 4 blue cards, 15 green cards, and 14 purple cards. So if there are 60 tickets total in this box, 1 ticket for each card drawn, 3 would correspond to the plus 5 for the 3 red tickets, 3 red cards in the deck. The remaining 57 would be minus 1, because there are 57 cards in the deck that are not red. And that would be the box model. Let's calculate the expected value of this box model. The formula for the expected value is the number of draws times the average of the box. The number of draws is 36. To calculate the average of the box, we're adding plus 5 3 times. We add 5 3 times, that's the same as 3 times 5, plus minus 1 added 57 times. So that's minus 1 times 57, and we'll divide by the total number of tickets in the box, which is 60. So 36 times 15 minus 57 divided by 60. Using the calculator, we can do 15 minus 57 is negative 42, divide by 60, and multiply by 36. Our expected value is negative 25.2. That means after 36 plays, your expected net gain is negative $25.2. That means you're expected to lose $25.20. What about the standard error? Once again, we have a formula. It's the square root of the number of draws times the SD of the box, the standard deviation of the box. Let's start off by calculating the standard deviation of the box. In this case, there are two different numbers. When we only have two different numbers, we can use the shortcut for calculating the standard deviation. And that is the big number minus the small number times the square root, the chance of drawing the small number times the chance of drawing the big number. I'll explain what I mean. If we go back up to our box model, there are two numbers in the box. There is plus 5 and there is minus 1. The plus 5 is the big number. The minus 1 would be the small number because minus 1 is less than plus 5. So when we plug that in, that is 5 minus minus 1 times the square root of the chance of drawing the small number. There were 57 cards that were minus 1 and 60 cards total. So there's a 57 out of 60 chance of drawing a minus 1. There were 3 plus 5s, so there was a 3 out of 60 chance of drawing a plus 5, of drawing a big number. 5 minus minus 1 is plus 6 times 57 times 3 divided by 60 squared. You can plug this into your calculator directly, but I know the square root of 60 squared is 60, so we have here 6 over 60 times 57 times 3, which is 171. And 6 divided by 60 should be 0.1, it is, times the square root of 171. 171 square root times 0.1 equals 1.308. Now let's calculate the standard error. Recall that it is the square root of the number of draws times the SD of the box, which we just calculated was 1.308. The number of draws was 36. Square root of 36 is 6. Six times 1.308 is 7.848. Alright, and that's the standard error. Please watch the next video for part 4.